It may be time to land your dream job. The market is gaining steam. Last year, it created 3 million new positions. Some of the strongest industries are technology, including engineering and manufacturing, as well as accounting and finance. Allan Ageman, managing partner at the Bachrach Group, is here with advice on how to snag the job you have been dreaming of. Allan, welcome to Arise Xchange.
Thanks for having me.
Define for me your dream job. I mean, this, if anyone questions, is my dream job, just if anyone's watching that
when you
is
wake
asking.
Up, yeah, when you wake up in the morning and you're really ready and happy to go to work.
That's very simple.
That's a simple thing, right. But
that changes over time, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. So then you have to sit down and figure out where am I in my career, where am I going, and maybe it's time for me to move on.
Okay, so your business is recruiting.
Yes,
Why is that your dream job?
Nobody grows up to be a recruiter, but you figure out that you like dealing with people and you like the interaction and you like to help people. And what I like to do.
It's satisfaction in seeing someone land the job that they've been going after.
Yes, it is.
So walk me through a little bit about where the best jobs are today for these so-called dream jobs.
You know, the technology sector is very big, like you said. Engineering, digital is very big. Accounting and finance is coming up. Real estate in New York again. Administration again. Healthcare. And they all tie into each other. You know, at the Bachrach Group, we work with a lot of different firms, and we're a full-service service agency, so we can walk in and staff them from mailroom all the way to CEOs.
And I imagine over the past few years when the job market was so down, people weren't looking for, quote, dream jobs, were they?
They were just happy to have a job.
Yeah.
So at that point, as the market started changing, people that weren't happy said, let me just kind of dust off my resume and start looking.
Is it a dream job or is it a dream career?
I think it's a dream career. You know, you want to walk in every day and you want to think about where you are today and where you want to go tomorrow and how do you want to get there. So what you really have to do is figure out, did I reach my maximum at my current company? And maybe it's time to move on. And maybe it's time to dust off that resume and clean up the resume and get it out there. And today, with so much information at our fingertips, you can do a lot of research on these firms. So you're not walking in there not knowing anything about the companies.
You mentioned that you know you have your dream job when you wake up in the morning and you want to go to work, but you still have to get that job. How do you help find people who and hone what their skills are so they know what their dream job is? Because some people may come in and say, I don't know what my dream job is.
Right. You have to sit down and say, number one, why do I want to leave my current firm? Once you figure that out, because you're going to need that at the end. And then what you have to do is say, where do I want to go? How do I want to do my resume over? How do I want to get everything buttoned up to get over there?
What kind of people are coming to you these days looking for new jobs? Are they young? Are they in their 20s? Are they in their 30s? Do you see people, senior citizens, people over 65, who say, it's time for me to get my dream job?
You know, it's funny. It's a little bit of everybody right now. The youngest sector is really more in the digital space. You have people that have been in their careers 15, 20 years that finally are getting the opportunity to move on. And that's what we're seeing. We're seeing a little bit of everything right now.
Are you seeing, when you talk about young people specifically, are you seeing less of the my dream job makes me a lot of money kind of thing, and I'd rather be successful in a career? Because that was certainly in the early 2000s with the investment banking businesses out there recruiting people.
You know, it's different today. You know, it's not like it was years and years ago, but there are still those investment banking jobs. I think the younger generation today are, because of what happened in the financial sector and other sectors over the last couple of years, led more toward the digital space and those type of jobs, which don't pay as much initially, but you can work your way up there.
And is it important for people to have ownership of the companies that they come into? Stock options were big for a long time.
Benefits are very important. You know, there's a lot of firms out there that still have some great benefits and some firms that don't. You know, so if you look about what's going on right now, when you're looking for that job, you want to look at everything. Not only money, not only what you're doing, what about the complete benefit package?
And let me ask you about what you think of the current unemployment picture. We keep hearing that the unemployment is getting better, that the labor market is tightening, but we're not seeing really improvement in wages. What is your view of where we're going to be over the next 6 to 12 months?
I think that there's an uptick in certain sectors right now, and wages are higher depending on where you're looking and what you're doing.
And so wages have improved in places, and you see more people coming to you who have jobs, who are looking for new jobs, which is important.
It's always easier looking for a job when you're working. It's harder when you're not working. When you're not working, you're under the gun. When you're working, you can sit back and assess the market and take a good look where you want to be and where you want to go, and it's easier to do it that. It's easier to do it that way.
Allan Ageman, thank you so much. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for having me.
This week on Arise Xchange, carving out a niche as a professional bridesmaid. professional bridesmaid in a $50 billion wedding industry. Let's take a look at the markets and how we did today. The Dow did finish down in the red, but it was well off its lows for the day at 18,035. The S&P 500 and the NASDAQ also finishing down. A large part of that had to do with a weak GDP report and some of the Fed comments. I'm Andrew Schmertz. Thanks for watching our Xchange. See you tomorrow.